What's up? Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. This episode, vet and medical students face loan disbursement delays as OBBBA rollout stalls aid. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. Before we do, just a quick reminder, anytime you hear an article that's on the podcast, there's an article associated with it at thecollegeinvestor.com. You can dive deeper, find all the resources, find all the sources that we talk about right there for you, and like, subscribe, and all the clicky things you do on social media. Just search for the words The College Investor and you'll find us. All right, vet and medical students, let's take a look. Over the past several weeks, we've heard multiple reports from graduate students about financial aid delays and also miscommunication as they start summer school. For medical, dental, and vet schools that start as early as May, the OBBBA, One Big Beautiful Bill Act, changes are causing delays. A little bit of chaos, might be kind of a strong word, but anywho, one student reported that they received an inaccurate notice, claiming they hit the updated graduate borrowing limits, while another was experiencing delayed loan disbursements. Grr. The result is fear, uncertainty, and in the case of delayed disbursements, seriously, true financial risk, as many graduate students rely on their student loans to pay rent, buy food, and more. Okay, so here's what's happening. A compressed timeline kind of created a national bottleneck. The OBBBA, which is what I'm going to call the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, made the largest set of changes to federal graduate borrowing in 2 decades. Grad Plus loans no longer available to new borrowers as of July 1st of 26. A new $50,000 annual cap and $200K lifetime cap apply to professional programs, including medicine, dentistry, and veterinary medicine. Grad programs face a $100K lifetime cap with only $20,500 per year limits. The current problems aren't with the policy itself. Let me repeat that. The current problems aren't with the policy itself. It's just the timelines schools were given to implement it, said Karen McCarthy, Vice President for Public Policy and Federal Relations at NASFA. NASFAA. That's a lot of letters. We're seeing the repercussions of the short timelines to implement the rules from OBBBA. Usually we have 8 months. We'd have final rules by November 1st for a July 1st effective date, but this year it was May 19th. 6 weeks before July. End quote. And I'm sure she had that tone of voice, too. McCarthy added this, and I quote, "In some cases, there were students already enrolled in graduate programs, but we didn't even have the final rules yet. So schools couldn't even apply them." End quote. Looking at the behind-the-scenes logistics, financial aid offices and their technology vendors have less than 6 weeks to rebuild systems, train staff, and create financial aid awards for hundreds of thousands of returning and incoming graduate students. Kind of an issue. Grandfathered Grad Plus students and incorrect caps. Dun, dun, dun. Some graduate students are being incorrectly flagged as being capped on grad borrowing, despite being grandfathered in. On April 26th, Education Department launched updates to the FAFSA Partner Portal, the National Student Loan Data System, NSLDS, and the Common Origination and Disbursement, COD, system to implement OBBBA. The agency added a new loan limit exception flag designed to identify borrowers grandfathered into pre-OBBBA limits. However, by ED's own admission, that flag did not populate immediately. In an electronic announcement, federal student aid stated the field would, quote, display a null value until NSLDS received a confirmation file from COD. NSLDS post-screening was paused for a week and did not resume until the weekend of May 3rd. Any school pulling a student's NSLDS record during that window, or even running financial aid software that referenced stale data, could see a grandfathered borrower appear as subject to the new caps. Schools with automated settings may have automatically sent notices, even when the student does actually qualify for the exception. All right, so here's why early loan disbursements have been impacted. Medical, dental, and vet schools usually start with a summer header semester, an academic year that begins in May or June. However, because of these system updates, colleges were not able to submit loan documents and disbursement requests. The result is this. Students have been enrolled in school, but the college is still waiting on the loan disbursement. Not cool. For graduate students, this has a real impact. Many of them rely on financial aid refunds to cover qualifying non-direct expenses, like rent, food, and supplies. Inside Higher Ed reported that UCLA's dental and medical schools committed to emergency funding for students caught in the gap. Aye. For health professional graduate students, the cash crunch is immediate. First-year supply costs like a stethoscope, instruments, scrubs, textbook, dissection kits, required technology, all the things, can run $1,500 to $4,000 before classes even start. When loan disbursements miss the orientation window by even 2 weeks, students who budgeted around the federal disbursement schedule have to put supplies on credit cards or pull from emergency savings. Here's what this means for grad students right now. So for households planning around graduate or professional school borrowing this year, the impact is real. Financial aid notifications may not reflect a student's actual borrowing eligibility. Disbursement timing may slip past tuition due dates, supply purchase windows, move-in dates. Students may actually have to cover short-term costs out of pocket or through emergency lending. And if you pick the wrong lender, not good. McCarthy urged schools to absorb some of the strain rather than pass it to students. Quote, "Schools can help their students by not assessing late fees." She was clearer on the undergraduate side. For the undergraduate season, I don't see any major systemic problems. Everyone is playing catch-up, so the summer will be very, very busy. End quote. Undergraduate students and borrowers should still not assume their accounts are immune. The same FAFSA updates power undergraduate aid, and manual workarounds increase the chance of errors anywhere in the system. We will continue to keep our eagle eye on these things. You can follow us on social media, like, subscribe, all those things. At The College Investor, search for those words and you'll find us. You can also check out thecollegeinvestor.com again to find all the links and resources you need to navigate through this stuff. We would love to help you and walk you along wherever you are in your money journey. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.